You are listening to the audio production of The Boy Who Shouted Wolf, but There Wasn't a Wolf, and Other Tales by Geoffrey Thomas, published by Audiobooks. This book was originally published by Reformation Lightning and is read by Paul Michael. To my dear great-grandchildren, Gwillem, Ezra, Maxon, Griffith, and Betson. Introduction. One day 2 men were sent to put the Lord Jesus in prison. But as they tried to push their way through the crowds of people who were listening to him, they became fascinated by what Jesus was saying, and they forgot what they had been sent to do. Transfixed, they only wanted to listen to his words. Eventually they returned empty-handed to their bosses. "Where is he?" they angrily asked the 2 men. "We sent you to bring him here." The 2 men looked down at the ground and were embarrassed. "No one ever spoke like Jesus," was all they could say. There was another wonderful storyteller whose name was Aesop, but unlike the Lord Jesus, no one is really sure who he was. Many think that he was born on the shores of the Black Sea 620 years before Jesus was born in Bethlehem. Others think that he was from Africa, maybe from Ethiopia. What we do know, however, is that he was a wonderful inventor of stories. When he died, they were gathered together and have been read and told ever since. The Apostle John tells us that Jesus Christ is the true light that gives light to everyone. John chapter 1, verse 9. Every person, man or woman, boy or girl, is made in the image of God, and even though that image has been damaged by our sin, like our Creator God, we are creative and able to sense beauty. We all have a conscience that tells us what is right and wrong, and all of us can see that it is foolish to live selfish, cruel, and lazy lives. So, even though Aesop never heard of the Lord Jesus, the Apostle John teaches us that it was, in fact, the Lord Jesus that gave light to Aesop's stories. This book is full of some of Aesop's most well-known stories. At the end of each tale is a short epilogue that teaches us something of the light that the Lord Jesus brings. My hope is that as you read them, your lives and hearts will become illuminated with gospel joy, and you will learn to love the Lord Jesus. Belling the Cat. Belling. What in the world does that mean? What a strange name for a cat. Did it have a black patch on its back that looked like a bell? How did it get that name? Oh, well, Belling wasn't the name of this cat at all. Let me tell you how this word belling came about. The cat was actually called Tibby, and it was a great mouser. Each week or so it seemed to its owner it brought a dead mouse in through the cat flap. Its owner didn't like mice, so even though the mouse always gave her a shock, she was happy that one had been caught. You can imagine that the mice were not so happy, and after yet another of their family had disappeared through the cunning, merciless cat, they held a council of war. "Now what are we going to do about our great enemy? How are we going to stop it disappearing with our brothers and sisters?" There was a long silence. Finally a mouse said, "Couldn't we talk to it?" There was laughter, followed by groans. "Talk to it? Talk to it? Any time it got anywhere near to us, it would just want to kill us. Its nature is to destroy us. We could talk until the cows came home, but then when we had finished it would nod and pounce on us and eat us." Then another mouse spoke. "There is that big dog who lives with the Smith family next door. Can't we persuade it to come here and finish off the cat?" They thought about it for a moment until someone said, "That dog is as bad as that cat. If we went near it, we wouldn't have an opportunity to say a word before it saw us. We would be running to the mouse hole for our very lives." "Anyway," someone else said, "as soon as the cat sees the dog coming, it shoots up a tree and smiles down at it. It could never catch Tibby." What could they do? They couldn't stay down under the floorboards. They had to forage for food. Then a young mouse who had been listening with all the rest spoke up quite shyly. "Why don't we tie a bell around it?"
Sample complete. Ready to continue?